And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Cincinnati Reds. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. You talk about hitters' ballparks. We're sitting in one of them, Singy.
And people have joked over the years, Great American Small Park instead of ballpark because of the way that the ball flies. For the pitchers, got to keep the ball down, see if you can get it on the ground. Otherwise, you'll be asking for a new baseball from the umpire.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And today's starting pitcher, Hunter Green. What should we keep an eye on here?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Ready to go. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. On the corner for a strike. And we're underway here in Cincinnati. Liner stopped at first. And time now for the Marlins lineup. Now the number 2 hitter, Connor Norby. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Up and in, ball one. Green, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. Swings and misses. Strike one.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. There's the strike. Green checks on first.
He's safe.
Righty delivers. And a big swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
2 strikes.
He goes down looking.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And now for the Marlins, Jonah Bride. And that drops in for a strike. Just missed. Norby off of first with 2 away. Green throws over, and he dives back in safely. Swing and a miss as he was late.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
In the air, right side. Fraley getting an angle on it. Drops into the glove, and that is that. 1 left for Miami. Now it'll be the Reds' turn. No score. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. Towing the slab in today's game, Sandy Alcantara. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, TJ Friedl. On the ground to the left, and that's a fair ball.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. And that misses. And that is ball one. Runner at first with no outs here.
Come on, let's keep it going.
Ground ball right side, could be two. Here's Edwards for one.
Feel that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the shirt out, keep the runner out of scoring position.
Second baseman, Matt McLain.
So digging in, Matt McLain. And that's downstairs. 1-0. Man at first, one away. Alcantara over to first.
No, safe.
Fastball is outside.
Ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Ellie looking to steal. Pitch inside. Safe at second, and that was not close. And ball four, two aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
First and second, one out. Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
1-0.
Next pitch downstairs. Now 2-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
2 on, 1 out.
Just missing off the plate there according to the umpire, and out there on the mound maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. 2 away.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Jake Fraley.
Here's the lineup for the Reds. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Jake Fraley in the box now. Takes strike one.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're...
Double steal. There's a ball. Throw to third. Save. Double steal. base hit. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark and he scores. It's 2-zip.
Oh, he was a little off balance. He got the front down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
So 2 down, and here's the first baseman, Spencer Steer. Right through there for a strike.
It's 0-1.
Fraley, the runner at first with 2 gone. And there's a ball.
1-1.
Two outs. And that one missing low. Outside low. And the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
3-1 is on the way. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. No swing, that's ball 4. He walked him.
Pretty easy walk
Batting
right there.
7th,
Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Jamer Candelario.
Now batting Jamer Candelario. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Two on, 2 outs. And that drops in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Hit on the ground to the right side.
Foul.
And foul ball. Misses off the inside. And that's ball 1. And downstairs.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Stowers sizes this one up. Makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. We move to the 2nd here in Cincinnati. It's the Reds 2 and the Marlins nothing. New inning getting started. And now the first baseman, Matt Mervis.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And that's way high. And it's 1-1. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Ball.
Next offering misses, and a count 2-1.
Ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
On the ground, right side, McLean sends it to first and quickly one away in the 2nd.
Batting 6th, left fielder Griffin Conine.
And at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conine. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. The tag, and they cut him down going for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
And up next for Miami, Davison De Los Santos. Fought off foul. Next offering is down low. Hit in the air, center field. Friedel makes the catch, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Gavin Lux.
Designated hitter, Gavin Lux.
Alcantara back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1.
Next pitch is outside. Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first, got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more.
And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
That's to third, and that chance handled. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And now it's Austin Hayes. First offering misses badly for ball one. Lux on at first, nobody out. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Stowers hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, center fielder, TJ Friedel.
And now the center fielder, TJ Friedel. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed. That one a little bit high. 2-0. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
That misses. Ball 3. Double play ball to second. Throws to first in time.
Now batting, shortstop, Ellie De La
Cruz. The next to hit for the Reds. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Ball 1, no strikes.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
That
That's
one
a ball.
misses, and it's 3-0. Matt McClain
3-0.
on deck for Cincinnati. 3-0 down. And there's the automatic.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much
Now
gifted
batting.
in first base with a
Second
quick
baseman,
free pass.
Matt McClain.
Matt McClain now at the plate. And that one
Nope,
just
ball.
misses. A ball and no
1 ball,
strikes.
no strikes.
Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there.
2-0.
And there's a ball. Fastball is
That's the
outside.
ball.
And they're all
Nope,
loaded
ball
up.
4. Take your base.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
Now batting.
Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson. Flied to right his first time. That's in for a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
And it's even
Ball,
up.
low.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
The 1-2. And that's
Ball.
down and away.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 3 left for Cincinnati as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back here in
Leading off
Cincinnati,
for
all
Miami,
set for the start of the
center
inning.
fielder,
Here's the
Kyle
center
Stowers.
fielder, Kyle Stowers. Not even
1-0.
close there. And that's ball 1. Stowers measures 6 feet 2 inches, 215 pounds, and he's usually in left field, but today he's patrolling center.
Well, typically left fielders have the least amount of range in the outfield, so for him to take the responsibility in center field in this one, he's going to really need his corner teammates to help him out in the gaps.
Base hit, so a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up
Batting
any better
ninth,
than that.
catcher,
That pretty much
Nick
split the
Forte.
zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Nick Fortes, the next to hit. That's a strike. 0-1. Stowers gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one's upstairs,
That's a
ball
ball.
1. This one popped up, foul ground first base side, and makes the grab, and there's one away.
Up next for the Marlins, shortstop Xavier Edwards.
Back to the top of the Miami order, Xavier Edwards getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 so far. A little bit low,
No, that
and
missed.
it's
That's a
1-0.
ball.
Line drive, fair ball. Oh, he throws it away. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Now batting, third baseman.
Solid swing from
Connor
start to
Norby.
end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. Golden opportunity right here. Just missed.
Ball.
Second and third, one away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And now 2-0.
That's a ball.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
And a swing and a miss.
I think ultimately you want to
2-1.
tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
3-1.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. (3-1) now. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that'll load the bases.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating
Up next,
opportunities,
for the
and this is
Marlins,
one of them right here.
fielder, Jesus
And now for the
Sanchez.
Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. Late on that fastball.
There was
Your
a
ball,
high
strike.
velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Outside low. And it's a ball and a strike.
Way to lay off
1-1.
that pitch down.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. One runs in. A second scores as well. Headed for the plate. He's in there. 3-run score.
His confidence level is so high.
Now
Really
batting,
nice job of
second
coming
baseman,
through in a
Jonah
big spot.
Fry.
He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on playing with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jonah Bride. He's 0 for 1. Pitch is in there, and that is strike 1. Still only 1 out here in the inning. That one not
1-1.
close, and the count is 1-1.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
And a swing and a miss. And 2 away now.
Well, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner
Now
of the
batting,
plate. Got him to chase it.
Matt
That's a tough
Mervis.
one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
And here's the first baseman, Matt Mervis. He's 0 for 1. That misses
Ball,
off the
outside.
outside edge. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. And misses inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next offering
Ball high.
upstairs. Griffin Conine next to hit for the Marlins. That one at triple digits. Runner at second, 2 down. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 3-2.
Full count.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. But 3 runs come across in the inning, all on this 3-run double. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Great American Ballpark, bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Jake Fraley.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one clips the outside corner. Strike 1.
Well, these Reds doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers kind of speak for themselves with the 4 walks. They've done a great job of not trying to do too much and just staying disciplined. I don't know if he planned to lay down that bunt before stepping into the box, but with the infield playing back, he saw an opportunity, and he took advantage of it. Nicely done.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Steer. Right through there for a strike.
Another thing I love is how they've allowed the game to come to them. They're not forcing the issue when they're on offense. And when you force and get anxious, it starts being a lot more likely that you'll let those pitchers off the hook.
Tying run is at first here in the last half of the 3rd. Oh, he hit him.
Take your base.
And that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Third baseman,
Jeimer Candelario digs in now.
Candelario.
Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. There's the strike. Fraley, the lead runner, out at second. Steer on at first with nobody out. And that drops in for a strike. Here's the 0-2. Ball 1 there. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
And that one in the air, center field. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at 3rd.
Good read there at second base to move up to 3rd. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with 1 away.
So up next, Gavin Lux.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst-case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Oh, 0-2 now. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Here's the left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Now that
in the grand scheme of things, this at bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at bat.
And fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Ball.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Just missing there. And it's 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Got a full count.
Bases loaded. One away. In the air, left field. Konai under this one. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly. Back even. It's 3-3.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
TJ Friedel, the next to hit for the Reds.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact a game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Tied up here in the early going. Sliced hard but foul. Two outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Goes down looking.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And we're back
Leading off
onto the
for the
fourth.
Marlins,
And at the plate for
fielder,
Miami, Griffin Konai. And there's a foul ball.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
That one ripped. Back there. And that one is out of here. He'll circle the bases, and that gives him a lead. It's 4-3.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Davison de los Santos will hit next. And that one upstairs, ball one.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
And the 1-0. Gets the outside corner with that one. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. And that is out of play.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
That's to third. Tosses to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kyle Stowers.
Now it's going to be Kyle Stowers. Singled and scored his first time. Right through there for a strike. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. Coming home. He'll score.
Up next for the Marlins, shortstop Xavier Edwards.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop Xavier Edwards. 1 for 2. First pitch misses. Pop up here, third base side, and that'll fall for a base hit. The throw into second, the tag out. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins.
One ball, no
in
strike.
the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. Fortes on third with 2 out. And another ball.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ground ball, and that one handled. Slings to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We're midway in the 4th. Marlins 5 and the Reds 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a foul out of play. That's in there. That's strike 2. The shortstop takes the ball. On the ground. Handles, throws to first. Just got him, and he was burning up the baseline.
Second baseman, Matt McLain.
Here's the second baseman, Matt McLain. First pitch, not close.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
A little bit high, and the count is 2-0. There's the strike at the knees. fouls one away, and now 3-2. One down, base is empty. That's a walk. Went with another changeup and missed the spot.
Well, a good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk
Now
number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Booth?
Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of
it. And now the right fielder, Jake Fraley. That's in there. 0-1. Man at second. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Andrew Nardi up and throwing. Martinez also throwing. Pitch misses. 2-1. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That catches the top part of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Fly ball center field. Stowers in position, makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand,
now
you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
So digging in, Spencer Steer. And that one is in for a strike. Swing and a miss at a slider.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Man on second, 2 down. Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2.
1-2.
And just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Not close with that one. Full count now. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Sandy Alcantara won't go any further, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for Miami.
Declan Cronin on a pitch out of the pen here.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
First and second, 2 outs. Next to hit, Jeimer Candelario. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Stevenson at second. Steer on at first with 2 down. Tap foul at the plate. And ball 1.
That's a ball.
That's a really good take.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one 95 to finish him off.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Reds.
and there's a new arm in the mound
Number
to start
31.
the 5th. Brent Suter.
Brent
And
Suter.
they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And now for the
Leading off
Marlins,
for the
Jesus
Marlins,
Sanchez.
right fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
You know, these Marlins really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout
Now
right there.
batting,
First 2
second
pitches
baseman,
filled up the
Jonah
zone and got
Brown.
him ahead 0-2 in the count, and at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, first
Anytime you
baseman,
rip a line
Matt
drive the
Mervis.
other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And now Matt Mervis gets the call. It's 0-1. Just
That's the
misses
ball.
with that one.
He missed the zone, but I don't think he missed his spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
Got him. And now 2 gone. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4
Now batting,
pitches, all
left fielder,
fastballs.
Griffin
Yeah, and that makes
Conrad.
me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
And up next for Miami, Griffin Conrad. He's already homered here in this one. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two outs. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Marlins leave 1. They lead at 5-4. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the Reds,
We head to the bottom of the 5th.
designated
Now it's the
hitter,
Reds DH,
Gavin
Gavin
Lux.
Lux. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Almost got him. And the count 1-2. Stays alive. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Up the middle. Got him on the off-balance throw. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Now batting left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Next for Cincinnati, Austin Hayes. And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. And he swings through that one.
0-2.
And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Center fielder, TJ Friedel.
So the lineup flips over. TJ Friedel, the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 3. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
So 2 balls and no strikes. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Check swing called strike. And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1
Is there a
strike.
little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. Little slider action.
Check swing went around. 2-2.
2-2 is the count.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 out, space is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 5. Marlins 5 and the Reds 4. Back here in Cincinnati. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Davison De Los Santos. Suter back to work. And there's the strike. De Los Santos, just 21 years old. And he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in
Now
those
batting,
spots or
center
things can get
fielder,
away from
Kyle
you
Stowers.
awfully quickly.
And now the center fielder, Kyle Stowers. He's 2 for 2. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
That's
Ball
inside.
inside.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. That's outside.
that's out.
2-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one
Full
missed.
count.
De Los Santos aboard here at first with nobody out. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out. The throw to third.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Nick Fortes. Fastball for a strike. Hammered down the line, and now maybe extra bases. One run is in, headed for the plate. The relay, and he's out.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
Back to the top of the lineup, Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. One out, and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth.
Ball.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Man at second. Fouled off down the right side. And there's
That's
a ball. One out and
full.
a runner at second. Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling. You think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Brent Suter will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for the
So a
Reds.
new arm out of the bullpen for the
Number
Reds,
64.
Tony Santillan.
Just trying to keep this one close here,
Santillan.
and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And at the plate for Miami, Connor Norby. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a foul straight back. Next pitch is downstairs. This one high in the air to left center. Friedel on the move to the alley. And that is that. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Marlins 6 and the Reds 4. Back here at Great American Ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. In now for the Reds, Elly De La Cruz. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them.
1-1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does. You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Fouled off. He was late. One down, base is empty. That one outside.
That's a ball.
Ball 1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground right side. Can't glove it cleanly. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Tyler Stevenson.
Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Out to short. Edwards tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nobody left for Cincinnati. They trail it here 6-4. And we're back. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Sam Mole, the left-hander, up and throwing. Barlow warming up as well. The 0-1.
1-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Jonah Bride. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Really good
Nervous.
swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
One out. Runner at second. Mervis, the next to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Man at second.
Ball, that's in.
And another
3-0.
ball. Right. The runner at second with 1 away. And ball 4,
Nope, that's
2
ball
aboard.
4. Runner, take your base.
It all just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and
Now batting,
guy at the
left
plate was
fielder,
not going to help him
Griffin.
out by
Hold
swinging
on.
at something out of the zone.
Clips the outside corner. That's strike 1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Hayes has it sized up. Brings it in. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Davison.
Now here's the
De Los
Marlins
Santos.
DH. Davison De Los Santos. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. 2 on, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. That pitch just misses the inside corner, and it's 1-2.
That's one you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking, that's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
And that's a little bit high. Ball 2.
Sometimes you got to fight to get back into an at-bat. Take some tough pitches, even out the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Now pitching for
We're
Miami.
back in a new pitcher here to start
Number
the bottom of the
37.
7th. Anthony Bender.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight
Leading off for
lead
the
late in the
Reds,
ball game.
right
Some of them are
fielder,
just
Jake
wired different, so
Fraley.
we'll see what he's got here.
Fraley stands in now and watches strike one.
Well, these Reds doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. You have to be impressed with how they're going about things at the plate. They're drawing 1 walk per inning right now. I drew 1 walk per month during my career. And yeah, a lot of the blame for those walks goes to the mound, but I credit these guys for not getting anxious and fed up. They're staying disciplined, which is easier said than done sometimes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Fastball is outside. Action in the pen down there. Ronnie Enriquez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. This to third, Norby. Zips it across, and that quickly 2 away.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Next for Cincinnati, Jamer Candelario. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And that misses off the outside edge. Just missed.
That's outside. Ball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Fires to first on the run, and they get the out. And 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. And the score remains 6-4.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Reds.
back, and a new arm on the mound to
Number
start the
50.
8th. Sam Mole.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And now for the
Leading
Marlins,
off for
Kyle
Miami,
Stowers.
center fielder,
3 for
Kyle
3 with
Stowers.
3 singles. First pitch, and he just misses. And that's in there at the knees. That one drifts inside.
Nope, ball. 3-1.
Fastball in for a strike, and now 3-2.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2
Up
pitch, and I
next,
tell you
for
what,
the
he
Marlins,
earned that walk.
Catcher, Nick Fortes.
Now a catcher up to hit, Nick Fortes. Fastball for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Stowers gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-1. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Taylor Rogers up and throwing for Terry Francona. Way out front for strike 2.
1-2.
Line and a base hit into right. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Having himself a
Now
really
batting,
nice game at the plate. He
shortstop,
really shot that one down the right
Edwards.
field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So runners at the corners. Nobody out. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Runners on the corners, no outs. That one almost got him.
Strike.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and
That's a
third.
ball.
A changeup missing. And
balls,
it's 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Foul ball there. No outs. Runners at first and third.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. And that one lifted in the air center field. Nabs it. Runner tags for home. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores.
Well, these players understand how important
baseman,
each run is, especially as you get closer to the end of the ball game. Nice job right there to get that runner in from third and add a little insurance.
And the batter now, Connor Norby. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Just missed.
1-0.
Next pitch in for a strike and a count 1-1.
1-1.
One run across in the frame so far, and we're in the top of the eighth. And strike 2.
1-2. The count. Ball.
Just off the outside edge. 3-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's hard hit on the line. Friedel makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Right down to shoot, strike 1. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. That misses the zone. 1-2 to count. Gets a piece and stays alive. That missed by a lot. And the count's even at 2.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
2 outs. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Marlins 7 and the Reds 4. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jesus Tinoco.
Now pitching for Miami, number 38, Jesus Tinoco.
Now it's the
Leading
DH,
off for the
Gavin
Reds,
Lux.
designated hitter.
Got to keep things
Gavin
airtight
Lux.
defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Down the hill for a strike. 0-1. Meanwhile,
It's 0-1.
activity in the bullpen. Calvin Fauché, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here.
Here.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Oh, that plunked him.
Take your base.
And that's now twice he's been hitting this one.
Leading off for the Reds.
In now for the Reds,
left
Austin
fielder,
Hayes.
Austin Hayes.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. On the ground, a short, could be 2. Flips it. There's 1 to first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Now here's the Reds leadoff man, TJ Friedl. Little chopper rolls foul. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Hit on the ground, might be 2. It's in and out of his glove. Fires to second for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down that time. 9th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 7 and the Reds 4. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Taylor
Now
Rogers.
pitching for the
Pretty
Reds.
tight game, so they're looking for quality
Number
pitches
55.
out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the
Taylor
score
Rogers.
right where it is.
Right, the leadoff batter as he looks at ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Graham Ashcraft up and throwing for Terry Francona. Rogers goes 6 feet 3 inches, 34-year-old vet, and they traded for him earlier this year. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Mervis.
Matt Mervis getting ready to hit. Fastball catches the corner at the knees.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Comes up empty.
Going to really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And 1-2.
That's inside ball.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And down on strikes. And there's 2 down.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Conine in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that one clips the corner.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2. Two down, nobody on. That misses.
2-2.
And the count is even, 2-2. And that skips in the dirt. Strike 3 went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. So they go quietly there. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Marlins 7 and the Reds 4. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Calvin Fauché.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And here is
Leading
Ellie
off
De La
for the
Cruz.
Reds, shortstop Ellie De La Cruz.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Stowers settles underneath it, hauls it in, and there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now batting, second baseman Matt McClain.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. Just
Outside
missed.
ball.
The Reds trailing by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Now batting, catcher.
So it's their last
Tyler
chance in this one.
Stevenson.
And here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. First pitch misses. The Marlins leading by 3. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The Reds down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.